I have really enjoyed studying the IB because I feel like it's made me a more rounded person. I just really like the breadth of the subjects you can do and how you're not focused in just science or just English and history. You can keep your options open if you change your mind.
There's a great sense of community within our IB year. If you do need help, you can go to your teacher, of course, but you can also go to other students. There's quite a nice sense of friendship between the IB group.
I've really enjoyed my time at Bryanston. I was here for a year and a half before I started doing IB, and I have really, really loved it.
Bryanston has a tutorial system. From the start, students are looked after individually and encouraged and helped to develop their own learning strategies and work ethics.
The IB works really well here in the sense that we have the one-to-one tutorials every week. So if a student is perhaps struggling somewhat to manage their time, that's really something that the tutor can pick up very early on.
We have assignment periods where we go do independent work set by our subject teachers, but then we also have times called correction periods where we meet our teachers one-on-one to go through things that we don't understand and go over things we're unsure of.
There's definitely a positive learning atmosphere. You don't feel frightened to ask teachers any questions. They're always there for you and very helpful.
I don't think the IB is a program that is on for what we call the brightest pupils. Students learn how to learn in their own terms, as they really reflect on what they're learning, how the process works, they make links between subjects, and this really helps them to develop their independent learning skills, which is something we look to develop here at Bryanston.
The IB and Bryanston are really made for each other. Since the IB is all about independent learning, and almost learning to learn, well, that's exactly what Bryanston's philosophy is. It's about giving you enough freedom so that you can work out for yourself how you best work.
The IB classes at Bryanston are different because they tend to be quite small. And so it means that we get to know the students really well, they get to know us really well, and we do an awful lot of collaborative learning. So they sound ideas off each other, there's lots of pair work, they get used to speaking confidently in front of each other, and I think it just makes for a really positive working atmosphere in the classrooms.
There's a lot of group learning. Although the classes are so much smaller, there's more of a sort of communal learning vibe where sort of everyone helps each other out, and because we all know each other so well as well, it's a very open learning environment.
The IB offers you a breadth of subjects which enables you to explore so much more than an early narrowing would otherwise do. The theory of knowledge allows students to challenge the assumptions they make within other subject areas and ask them to question the reasons behind their beliefs in any particular subject.
I still want to discuss more of these because I think it will help if you guys can agree that A, for example, you can have faith in things apart from B, which is what Emil was going to say. Yeah.
The theory of knowledge is literally about the theory of knowledge, how do we know what we know? It ties in greatly with subjects such as film, which a huge part of is exactly this. How do we know what's real, what's not?
One thing that I didn't expect, but I really enjoyed, was the extended essay process. Was really fun. Being able to choose a topic that you were really interested in and do research in it didn't even feel like something that we were being assessed on.
CAS is a part of the IB that every student is required to do. CAS stands for Creativity, Action and Service.
Because at Bryanston there's so many opportunities, you do CAS anyway. There's no sort of extra effort to do CAS. Everything that I did for CAS I think I would have done. I just wouldn't have necessarily written about it. There's no limitations. If you want to do something, you can do it. My advice to a new IB student would be enjoy it.